All right, so today we're talking about confident conversations. Probably one of the biggest questions and one of the biggest holdups, honestly, in sharing is this fear of how do I talk to people, or what am I going to say, or what do I say if they respond, or what do I say if they're asking for more information, or how do I reach out to somebody? And today we want to give you a blueprint for having confident conversations, no matter if you're the one who's reaching out or if somebody's reaching out to you from a post, from a reel, in your stories, in a conversation that you're having. We want to give you a blueprint for how to drive those conversations so that you can make sure that you're coming from a place of service and you're adding value to people. And so our goal with these is to help you be 100% confident in your ability to move somebody from skeptical or interested to being excited about these about these products, and having a clear sharing process to drive those conversations. A couple of pointers on this, and then I'm actually going to share a resource here in the chat that's going to take you through a conversation flow. But a couple of tips as you're thinking about having conversations with people is the first one is to just be curious. I think it's easy for us to kind of go into these conversations thinking that we need to be an expert. And I hope that there's something really just assuring that even from the get-go, you don't need to be an expert on Plexus. You don't have to have all the answers. The biggest thing you need to be is curious. Ask more questions and talk less. Remember, one of the things that people are always thinking about is what's in it for me. Okay. They care less about what you're actually saying and talking about the products, but they care more about how is it going to help me? What's in it for me? So asking questions and asking those good questions is going to help to get to the heart of their needs so that you can serve them well. And then the next thing, and I said, like I said, I'm going to share this here in the comments, is have a script. Okay. You want to have a flow for how things are going to obviously go, but you want to be the driver of that conversation. Your goal is to always be identifying problems and offering solutions. Identifying problems, offering solutions. Avoid the temptation to just kind of want to vomit Plexus and throw knowledge and throw 1,000 resources at people. Get to the heart of what they need and then offer a solution in a nicely packaged gift. We're not going to overwhelm. We're not going to give them too much information, but we want to give them just the right of information to help them make a decision. And that's going to be in this example verbiage that we share right down here below. The third thing you want to do is speak confidently. Guys, I want you to think of yourself as the pilot of a plane, okay? And the driver of every conversation. I want you to think about when you step foot on an airplane, what kind of pilot do you want to hear coming through the loudspeaker? Do you want to hear a pilot who's telling you, guys, this is my first flight. Not really sure how it's going to go. Didn't do too well in flight school. So, we may get there on time. We may not. We may have to, I don't know. We're just going to see how it goes. Is that the kind of energy that you want to hear coming through? Or do you want to hear alpha energy coming through that loudspeaker, letting you know that I know exactly where we're going. It's going to take us 2 hours and 39 minutes to get there today, guys. I'm excited to be flying you today. Sit back, relax. I got you. That's the kind of energy that I want you to show up with. Even if you're brand new to sharing, you want to know your destination and you want to confidently deliver the path forward so that they trust where they're headed. So much of having conversations and being able to show up and serve people is just developing trust that you can take them where they need to go, whether that's in their health, whether that's in their finances with this business. You need to establish that you are somebody to follow, even if you're utilizing those three-way messages and you're connecting them with people who know more than you do. You can still be that connected and that trusted connector for people, okay? You can get them where they want to go. Your voice, your confidence is everything. Okay, and then something else I want you to do if you're not already comfortable with these is practice sending voice messages. Something I used to do at the beginning of this, I had never sent a voice message before I started sharing Plexus and doing this. And I needed to get comfortable doing that because people being able to hear your heart and your voice is everything. It helps to build a lot of trust. So if you're not comfortable sending those, start practicing on your husband, start practicing on your kids, your mom, your sister, and just start communicating via voice message. You're going to get so much more comfortable with that. And that's going to be a great tool for you to utilize. Okay, so I want to kind of go through this conversation flow. And again, you're going to have a physical copy of this that you can save to your phone so that you can have this. But I love this conversation flow because it gives us a template that no matter if somebody is reaching out to us or if we're initiating a conversation, this gives us a flow on how to handle that conversation. And remember, you want to be the driver. So it doesn't matter. Again, if they're reaching out to you, you're reaching out to them. Under any circumstances, you're going to always bring it back around to kind of this conversation flow, this template to get you started. Okay, so let's just say that somebody has commented on a reel, somebody's commented on a story, or they've seen you sharing and they're engaging. Okay, you're going to send them a message and that maybe they said, interested in Plexus, or can you send me some info on the pink drink, or can you tell me how much it costs? Okay, well, we don't know what they need yet. I have no idea if that person needs pink drink, if she needs Vital Biome, if she needs a reset. I don't know her needs yet, so I can't serve her yet. And that goes for even if I'm reaching out to her, I don't know what her needs are, so I can't serve her yet. So you're going to send her a message. Hey, Sarah, I'm happy to shoot over some information to you, but I want to make sure that I'm pointing you in the right direction first. Okay, I love that verbiage because, again, no matter what question or what interaction they're reaching out with, even if they slide over on a story poll, I want to make sure I'm pointing you in the right direction. What are your health goals at the moment? I'll attach a list of things that Plexus can help with. We can hop in and go from there. And then we've got a little graphic. We're going to attach it for you here in the chat, and you're just going to share that with her. And it's things like energy, bloating, hormones, headaches, things like that. She's going to message you back, energy, metabolism, and gut health. Okay, she's going to message you back. Now you can start to build some value for her. Now you can start to share with her what would be a good fit. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to build some relatability. If there's anything you can relate to, you want to make sure you're relating and sharing your experience. I so relate to that, and you are definitely in the right place. I struggled with energy and bloating myself before starting, and Plexus has helped me so much with that. It's all about getting to the root of those things by addressing gut health and blood sugar. I had no idea how many of those symptoms were tied to those two things. I'm so excited to get you connected. This is what I started with that has helped me so much. Okay. And then you're going to go back to what we talked about yet a couple of days ago. You're going to simply send her a resource. Maybe you send her the Triplex video. Maybe you send her the Triplex graphic. And at this point, if you're not sure, if you're like, I don't know what's a good fit for energy and metabolism, this is a great place to utilize your upline and say, hey, this is what Sally said she's struggling with. What would you recommend? Your upline is going to give you one or two options for her, and that's where you can come in and make a recommendation. This has been my lifeline. This is what helped me so much. You're going to share that graphic, that resource, and then you're going to hop in and you're going to share one or two testimonies from our testimonies vault, and we're going to share that with you here as well and say, these friends also started with Triplex and had a great experience with bloating and energy also. Okay, so you're doing two things. You're validating, yes, you're in the right place. I can relate. This is what I started with, and these people have seen results too. You are layering on that affirmation for her. Okay, and then you're going to ask. You're going to make the ask. Does this sound like a good fit for you? You're going to just come out and ask the question. Maybe she comes back and says, I think I'd probably just want to start with Triplex, or yes, or what's the cost? Okay, then you can simply break that down for her. And again, there's verbiage here for you, but if you're not sure, ask your sponsor, ask your upline. She can give you some easy verbiage and help you do that. Okay, after that, if she says, that sounds great, say, awesome, I'm going to go ahead and build a cart for you right down here below so that you can see what that looks like. Take a look at this and let me know what questions you have. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that because you're asking good questions, does this sound like a good fit? Would you like me to go ahead and send you a cart? If at any time she forgets that she has this message open, she ghosts you, or she doesn't respond, you always have a window to come back and follow up because you're asking good questions. Hey, Sarah, I don't want to forget about you. Did you get a chance to check out that cart I sent you? You're leaving it open-ended, and you're always asking questions so that you have a touch point to come back to on the conversation. But remember, the biggest thing is be the driver. Ask good questions, bring good energy, and give simple solutions to their problems.